Network. The Packers preparing for the future as they announced Ed Policy will take over as the franchise's new president and CEO in July of 2025, taking over for current CEO Mark Murphy. Policy is entering his 13th season with the organization and his 7th as Green Bay's COO. The Chiefs released defensive lineman Isaiah Buggs following multiple incidents this offseason. Buggs is currently in jail after being arrested on domestic violence and burglary charges last week. He joined Kansas City's practice squad in January and was re-signed to a futures contract in February. And Jets running back Breece Hall says Christian McCaffrey has set the standard for all other ball carriers and that he wants to see where he stands compared to CMC. Hall ranked 4th in all-purpose yards in 2023. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-761-0000, 800-761-0000, 800-761-0000.
Well, Tuesday, June 25th, 2024, which means we made it through Monday. At times, it was a battle, but we made it, and here we are. Good morning, Jared.
Good morning, Carroll.
And, I have to say, I don't think the humidity is quite as, not quite as heavy as it was yesterday.
You can breathe today.
Yeah, I walked outside and didn't immediately, sweat profusely. I'm sorry, perspire.
Perspire.
Yeah.
Big words.
You're not supposed to say sweat on the radio. Perspire. And of course, women don't sweat. They glow.
They glisten.
Yeah. Just thought I would share that with you. Wisdom I learned from 4 sisters. Yeah. Oh well. Let's see. Oh, in the news, 71-year-old Marissa Trejo is now the oldest contestant to compete in the Miss Texas USA pageant. Yeah, she's 71. The Miss Universe pageant removed age limits for contestants over 18. It allowed women who are married or divorced to participate. I have it on good authority from some of my family in Texas. Marissa's talent, finding bargains at Big Lots. Oh, yes. Okay. Anyway, so let's see. What else is exciting? The College World Series in Omaha has been decided. Tennessee, the College World Series winner. We salute the Volunteers. So they're playing Rocky Top all over Tennessee right now.
All right.
And as we know, there's a number of hardcore baseball fans that go back to Omaha every year for the College World Series. Used to be at Rosenblatt Stadium, and they've changed the name, and I don't know I forget what the name of the stadium is now. But every time that we visit daughter Amy and kids in Omaha, we'd go right by Rosenblatt Stadium. Haven't made it for the World Series yet, though. So
it's on your to-do list.
It's one of the things, and my son-in-law Tim's company has tickets. So I would even have a ticket to go.
Very nice.
Timing just hasn't been right. Oh well. Let's see. Oh, on this date in the year 2000. Researchers announced that they had completed a rough draft of a map of the genetic makeup of human beings. A rough draft. Isn't everyone's genetic makeup pretty much a rough draft? I would think. We'll keep an eye on that for you.
Touche.
Yeah, we've got some birthdays. Are you ready?
Let's do it. Birthdays.
Okay. Remember the TV show Lassie? Well, yeah. The mom on the show was June Lockhart, and she is 99 years old today. No word on Lassie. I think they lost touch. Singer Eddie Floyd, 87. Actor Barbara Montgomery is 85. Actor Mary Beth Peele is 84. Carly Simon, 81. Actor, comedian Jimmy J.J. Walker is 77. Dynamite, right? Keyboardist David Page of Toto, 70. Actor Michael Sabantino is 69. Actor Ricky Gervais, 63. Is that what he does? He's an actor? Okay, I always wondered. Actor John Benjamin Hickey is 61. Actor Erica Gimple is 60. Actor Angela Kinsey, 53. Actor Linda Cardellini is 49. And actor Busy Phillips is 45. Don't bother me, I'm busy.
My name is Josephine Conway, and I'm an Imperial Valley Food Bank board member. When locals need help feeding themselves and their families, they turn to the Imperial Valley Food Bank. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Help fight hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online at www.ivyfoodbank.org.
We have happy birthday wishes today for Lucy Villalobos, Susan Amascua, George Asuncion, Laura King, Gloria Hager, Diana Nevarez, Clarissa Valencia, Philip Castro, Lily Garcia, Rosanna Alcantara, Diana Durante, and Agatha Garcia. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay, and the perfect birthday gift, Jared? How about Ferrari's first electric car?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Base model, I think I mentioned before. Base model, $535,000. But of course, you're going to want to add things like, a wing. That always makes your car go faster, right? And maybe a big sound system with subwoofers in the back, and maybe even paint some flames on it.
What about a mini fridge?
Yeah, that too.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. We've got news. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's jump in with a look at World and California news headlines right now, brought to you by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District, delivering real-time updates about the air that you breathe.
CBS News Brief. WikiLeaks' Julian Assange is on his way to a U.S. territory in the Pacific, where he's expected to plead guilty to 1 count of espionage in exchange for his freedom. His wife, Stella, tells the BBC.
I'm just elated. Frankly, it's just incredible. I don't know. Feels like it's not real.
Former Vice President Pence calls the deal a miscarriage of justice that dishonors U.S. service members. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy's declared gun violence a public health crisis, telling CBS Mornings.
Gun violence has now become the leading cause of death among kids and teens.
Israel's Supreme Court has ruled unanimously the military there must draft ultra-Orthodox men. Reporter Linda Gradstein's in Jerusalem.
This is something that has increasingly bothered non- or ultra-Orthodox or secular Israelis who say that it's simply not fair.
The ruling could collapse Prime Minister Netanyahu's governing coalition. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news. The body of a missing hiker apparently found Monday on San Diego's Black Mountain. 50-year-old DM Lynn apparently hiked ahead of her group in the extreme heat on Sunday. Searchers finding a body Monday morning.
I don't know if she was far off the initial trail. However, what I can tell you is she was a quarter mile away from a population, from reaching a street. So she nearly made it out.
Lieutenant Daniel Meyer with San Diego Police. After the rest of the group returned to the base, they received a call from DM saying she was distressed and needed water. Then nothing. Oakland Mayor Sheng Tao says the timing of an FBI raid of her home is troubling.
I want to know what probable cause the FBI has. What evidence have they collected that justifies raiding the home of a sitting mayor without notice and without the courtesy of a conversation?
Now speaking for the first time since the raid, insisting she isn't the focus of the investigation. Governor Newsom delivering his State of the State address this morning. It comes after state lawmakers passed a nearly $298 billion spending plan over the weekend. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org for real-time information about the air that you breathe.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair? What do you mean? Does it not look good? It doesn't look good. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret. No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic. Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous. I was so tired of having thin and brittle hair. Ugh, and the shedding. So I figured I'd give Hair Volume a try. Needless to say, I'm thrilled with the results. Hey, where are you going? I'm going to pick up some Hair Volume right now. My reunion's next month, and I want my hair to look as good as yours.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Scandinavia. Purchase at newnordicusa.com or your local Walgreens, Rite Aid, or CVS. Available as a tablet or delicious gummy. Help your hair look full, voluminous, and beautiful again at nordiciusa.com, Walgreens, Rite Aid, or CVS.
And it's page one of the local news. A service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations in the Valley. At El Centro Motors, at the Imperial Valley Mall, and at the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive.
We have a conserve alert. The Imperial Irrigation District has issued a conserve alert. Here's George Gale.
The conserve alert is in effect through Tuesday, July 2nd. IID is asking customers in the Imperial County and Coachella valleys to help by reducing energy consumption and taking pressure off the electric grid and help avert possible rotating power outages. The IID suggests that you get set your air conditioner to 78 degrees or higher, turn off all unnecessary lights, give your major appliances a break between 4 and 9 p.m. when demand for electricity peaks. More energy-saving tips are available at the IID website. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And we had a single vehicle collision, a vehicle in a ditch. It was reported at 5:22 Monday morning. California Highway Patrol arrived at the scene on Casey Road near Shank Road. They found a Chrysler 300 in the ditch. They said there was nobody in the vehicle. At last report, the Highway Patrol said they were checking the Pioneers Memorial Hospital to see if they had any walk-ins that appeared to have been in a traffic collision. The investigation is ongoing. And we have KXO News Time, 7:42.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires guaranteed. Now we're talking Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlop, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. See a Quick Lane service advisor and get the best price guaranteed. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and they're conveniently located in the Brawley Auto Center, at the Imperial Valley Mall, at El Centro Motors, and their new mobile service van comes to you with no added charge.
Calipatria City Council meeting. Calipat City Council meets tonight. Here's George Gale.
During the meeting, the council will adopt a resolution. The resolution will establish city service fees pursuant to city ordinance. Ordinance to establish city fees was adopted in January 2005 to authorize city council to establish the city service fees. All the fees listed in the resolution go into effect July 1st. The council will also discuss the Lions Club ribbon cutting for the community center street closure, and they will discuss an IID water service agreement. The meeting will be held at the Calipatria City Hall. Closed session begins at 5:30 p.m. Open session begins at 6 p.m. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
A 59-year-old suffers fatal injury collision early Sunday morning. Yuma County Sheriff's Office received the call at 1:44 Sunday morning. It was a single vehicle collision in the area of Avenue 5E and County 14th Street and a 14th and a quarter Street. The initial investigation indicates the vehicle was traveling north on the avenue when, for unknown reasons, the vehicle veered off the roadway and struck several citrus trees. The driver was identified as 59-year-old Joy Howell of Yuma. The driver was pronounced deceased at the scene. The incident remains under investigation. Officials say alcohol does not appear to have been a factor in the collision. And the Salton Sea Authority Board is to hold a special meeting, a special board meeting of the Salton Sea Authority Board of Directors. The meeting will be held Wednesday at 10 a.m. It'll be held at the Torres Martinez Desert Cahuilla Indians in Thermal. The meeting will be a reorganization of the Board of Directors, including Board President, Vice President, Secretary, and Treasurer. That's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 and weather is coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
KXO AM 1230 presents Let Freedom Ring. Celebrate Independence Day with 6 hours of music, stories, history, and special features. Let Freedom Ring on AM 1230 Wednesday, July 3rd from 6 p.m. to midnight with an encore performance on Thursday, July 4th from noon to 6 p.m. Let Freedom Ring is made possible by these fine sponsors.
Burgers and Beer, Imperial Valley Drug-Free Communities Coalition, Dora Blancate, Allstate Insurance, and Gordon's Carpet One.
It's America's birthday. Celebrate with us and let freedom ring.
Page 2 of the local news with weather, all served up by Burgers and Beer. They've got the best burgers in the valley, daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, and happy hour 3 till 6 p.m. every day.
An inmate stabbed. California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation officials are investigating the death of an Ironwood State Prison incarcerated person as a homicide. Here's George Gale.
According to a CDCR press release, 42-year-old Luis Padilla was attacked by 3 other incarcerated people. Padilla sustained multiple stab wounds and died from those wounds. Padilla had been serving a sentence of life with no possibility of parole. The 3 suspects, all 3 serving sentences for murder, have been moved to a restricted housing pending the investigation. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Brawley budget approval. Brawley City Council unanimously adopts their budget. It is for the fiscal year 24-25. It was adopted last week. The spending plan establishes a budget of $64.4 million in expenditures, funded by $59.9 million in expected revenue. The general fund operating budget reflects a $237,000 deficit that will be funded by city reserve funds to focus on funding critical city priorities like police, fire, and street improvements. 3 public meetings were held before the plan was adopted. And Mana, the Imperial Valley, Mana is holding their Summer Community Service Project. Here's George Gale with details.
It began June 7th and will continue until June 28th. They are collecting funds to purchase bottled water. The water will be delivered to the various cool centers and hydration stations. They are requesting monetary donations due to the bulkiness of cases of water. To donate, call Carla Ramos at 760-847-2345, or you can donate straight through Venmo or Zelle. So far, there have been no heat-related deaths in the Imperial County, but there have been cases of heat exhaustion, heat fatigue, or dehydration. Last year, 22 heat-related deaths were reported in the Imperial County. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And IVC has a new mascot. Imperial Valley College is now the Desert Warriors. The Imperial Valley College Board of Trustees unanimously approved the change. The move came at this week's board meeting. The process to replace IVC Arabs as the mascot began in 2019. Arabs was deemed inconsistent with the school's values. The Mascot Identity Task Force was formed. After years of contests and meetings, they recommended Desert Warriors as the preferred mascot for the school. The Board of Trustees agreed. And July 4th fireworks, Independence Day fireworks. The Calipatria Foundation is hosting the event. 4th of July activities begin at 6 p.m. at Radmacher Park. The fireworks will be at Cliff Hatfield Municipal Airport starting at 9 p.m. Vendors will be along North International Boulevard, directly east of the airport. There will be Fireman's Water Polo Match at 4 p.m. Among the events at the park, there will be hot dog and ice cream eating contests, vendors, and more. That'll be on 4th of July in Calipat. That's it for KXO News. We're going to take a look at weather.
Did you know that Burgers & Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? With specials on select appetizers, beer specials, and more. Ask about drink specials all day with $5 drinks like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. Our weekday lunch specials include a soft drink from only $8 to $11. June specials include Firestone Walker, 16 ounce, just $6, 22 ounce, $8, and French dip sandwiches. Burgers & Beer, with 5 locations, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Burgers & Beer, for the best burger in town.
According to the National Weather Service, enhanced monsoonal moisture across the region will continue to persist through most of this week. Temperatures will continue to run several degrees above normal, so hot and humid conditions will persist as well during this period. Drier and potentially hotter conditions possibly heading into the weekend. 110, the high in the valley yesterday, 87 our overnight low. Sunny and hot today with a high near 110. Heat index values as high as 113. Light wind becoming west about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 86. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour becoming south-southeast. Winds could gust as high as 20 miles an hour. Wednesday will be sunny and hot with a high near 112. South wind about 5 miles an hour. Holding at 90 degrees, 47% relative humidity. Wind out of the south-southeast at 7 to 10 miles an hour. Air quality moderate everywhere in the valley except good in Westmoreland. No report from Calexico. The Calexico equipment is temporarily offline. Local news, page 2, brought to you by Burgers & Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers & Beer.
Looking to upgrade your off-road vehicle, whether it's Jeep, truck, SUV, or UTV? Take it to the experts with over 18 years in the off-road industry. That's the Off-Road Pit, open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Off-Road Pit does it all. Sales, parts, service, warranty work, vehicle consignment, and insurance repair, plus carrying wide range of accessories. The Off-Road Pit, 1090 Dogwood Road in El Centro.
And it's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Lord Stanley's Cup in Florida. The Florida Panthers captured their first Stanley Cup in franchise history, skating to a 2-1 victory in Game 7. They topped the Edmonton Oilers in last night's thrilling conclusion. And in other news, in Omaha, it's Tennessee. The Volunteers won their first Men's College World Series championship as, they picked up a 6-5 win in Game 3 over Texas A&M. Hot and nasty in Omaha, and the Vols prevailed.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
Major League Baseball, the Padres went 10 innings and picked up a walk-off win over the Nationals, 7-6. Giants squeaked by the Cubs 5-4. Angels beat the Athletics 5-1. Brewers beat the Rangers 6-3. Royals rolled. The Marlins lost 4-1. Dodgers shut out the White Sox 3-0. Meanwhile, the Guardians nipped the Orioles 3-2. Rays edged the Mariners 4-3. Reds ripped the Pirates 11-5. Red Sox edged the Blue Jays 7-6. Cardinals, they squeaked by the Braves 4-3. And the Phillies, with an unorthodox triple play, they dropped the Tigers 8-1. And yesterday, J.J. Redick was introduced as the Los Angeles Lakers coach. The recent podcast host and NBA television analyst was quick to address the most glaring omission on his resume. I have never coached in the NBA before, Redick said. I don't know if you guys have heard about that. Oh, yeah, somewhere along the way. And getting back to the Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr. was placed on the 10-day injured list yesterday after dealing with an injury to his leg for the season, and the Padres limping along with injuries, trying to keep on the right track. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
Hi, Mike Morris here at El Centro Motors. I'd like to invite you down to take advantage of some of the great savings of up to $12,000. That's right, $12,000. For 0% for up to 72 months on select vehicles on approved credit. Enjoy big savings on Edge, Mach-E, Explorer, F-150, Bronco Sport, and also we have a huge selection of Super Duties. Come on, discover why we are the #1 dealership in the Imperial Valley in customer service.
Cashback on selected vehicles. 0% financing on approved credit through Ford Motor Credit. Not everyone will qualify. See El Centro Motors for details. Shop online at elcentromotors.net.
And remember, if you don't come see me first, I can't save you any money, and it's just that simple.
And financial news with a brief look at the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you, your home, your business, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Microsoft has violated European Union antitrust laws by bundling Teams with its other popular applications for businesses, according to European Union officials, marking the bloc's latest challenges to the U.S. tech giant. The announcement comes a day after EU regulators accused Apple of breaching the bloc's landmark Digital Markets Act, a groundbreaking law that forced big changes on dominant tech platforms after it came into force in March. Apple, which has denied wrongdoing, also faces a huge fine if the charges are confirmed. The actions by the EU could result in changes to the way hundreds of millions of Europeans access services on some of the world's biggest digital platforms, reflecting a big push by European lawmakers to rein in the power of big tech. Speaking of big tech, NVIDIA has lost its briefly worn crown as the world's most valuable listed company. Its stock plunged almost 13% in the past week, but it's bouncing back. The U.S. chipmaker's market capitalization hit $3.34 trillion June 18th to surpass Microsoft, but has since shed $430 billion NVIDIA has fallen into third place globally behind Microsoft and Apple. Shares in NVIDIA tumbled 6.7% yesterday, marking its third straight day of declines and signaling that investors' excitement over the crucial role the company is expected to play in the artificial intelligence revolution may be cooling after eye-popping gains in that stock. The stock, though, right now is bouncing back. What's happening on the big board? Right now, the Dow off 180 points at 39,230. The S&P 500 is up 8.5 at 54.56. The NASDAQ up 122 points at 17,618. Gold is down $6.70 an ounce, and oil is off 16 cents a barrel.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Sunny and hot today with a high near 110. Heat index values as high as 113. Light winds becoming west about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 86. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour becoming south-southeast. Winds could gust as high as 20 miles an hour. Tomorrow, sunny and hot with a high near 112. South wind about 5 miles an hour. And we have 92 degrees downtown, 44% relative humidity, wind out of the south at 5 to 7 miles an hour. Air quality moderate, Brawley, El Centro, and Nyland. Good in Westmoreland. And Calexico's sensors right now temporarily offline. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Postal, the only postal box service offering 24-hour a day, 365 days a year service at 4th and Heil, El Centro.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO, El Centro, on AM 12.
CBS News, a service of Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation. It's all here.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile.
I'm Steve Kathan. A new push from the Surgeon General. CBS's Peter King says he declares gun violence a public health crisis.
Dr. Vivek Murthy says this public health crisis does not have to continue.
There are solutions here. We don't have to live like this.
Murthy tells CBS Mornings that solutions include banning automatic rifles and instituting universal background checks. In particular, he says half of all children surveyed worried about shootings at their schools.
My hope is that if we understand this as a kids issue, that we will raise it on the priority list.
Julian Assange is on his way to enter a plea in a U.S. court in the Northern Mariana Islands. It's expected to resolve the prolonged legal case over the publication of classified American documents on WikiLeaks. His wife says it's the start of a new chapter.
Things are moving very quickly, and it's very difficult for us to plan or even play out the next few hours and days.
It's a bad flood situation in parts of the upper Midwest, and it could still get worse. CBS Minnesota's Jonah Kaplan is covering.
I-29, the interstate, that's closed because of flooding. And if you want a detour, that's an extra hour out of the way. There are still flood warnings for more than a dozen rivers. And all of those rivers, by the way, they flow into the Mississippi and the Missouri. Those are still both rising.
A major dam in Minnesota is partially breached. At least 2 deaths are blamed on floods in the region. The National Transportation Safety Board confirms that a trackside detector failed to detect that a rail car bearing was on fire 20 miles away from where it derailed last year in Palestine, Ohio. Chris Marquette of Politico says officials are holding a final hearing on the toxic crash right now.
The board is going to hear from its investigators, vote on what they believe caused the derailment, and then make recommendations for preventing another such catastrophe. So at the end of the meeting, an executive summary of the final report will be available, and then the final report won't be published until weeks later.
Well, now to the Middle East, where a ruling from Israel's top court could weaken Prime Minister Netanyahu's governing coalition. CBS's Linda Gradstein in Jerusalem says it's done away with a key military service exemption during wartime.
It's a very significant decision in which the Israeli Supreme Court, in a panel of 9 justices, unanimously said the exemption for ultra-Orthodox Jews is not legal and that therefore they must be drafted. And if they're not drafted, then the places where they're studying, the yeshivas, will not get government funding.
This is CBS News.
Switch to T-Mobile and save with tons of benefits on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. Use the savings calculator to find out how at T-Mobile.com/switch.
With T-Mobile, you can get tons of benefits and still save because nobody likes having to choose. It's like getting romance and sci-fi.
I love you. Also, I'm a robot.
At T-Mobile, you can get the benefits you want and still save on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. See how with our savings calculator at T-Mobile.com/switch. Plus, switch and keep your phone. We'll pay it off up to $800.
Via virtual prepaid card in 15 days. Qualifying unlocked device, credit, service, and timely redemption required. Card has no cash access and expires in 6 months. See T-Mobile.com.
Hi, everyone. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, we have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions. They'll tell you if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. Call 800-205-5350. So if you've been injured in an accident and think you deserve compensation, call now. Find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. Call 800-205-5350 to speak with a live person now.
Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center. May not be available in all states.
A piece of TV mob lore is up for sale.
Uncle Junior's house from The Sopranos has hit the market.
Halfway to China. There's nothing here.
40,000 I had. My share of the Bohax haul from the 70s.
Not included the shovel Tony used to dig up the yard in search of long-lost cash. The 1927 red brick Center Hall Colonial is located in Newark, New Jersey, across city lines from its TV location in Belleville. Asking price, $580,000. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
A parade is set for Sunday to honor the Stanley Cup winning Florida Panthers after a 2-1 Game 7 win over Edmonton. University of Tennessee won the College Baseball World Series with a 6-5 deciding game win over Texas A&M. It's the school's first national baseball title. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Imperial Valley Business Resource Center is a one-stop shop for business development. We provide a complete roadmap to success for startups, entrepreneurs, and small to medium-sized businesses. Our in-house services include startup assistance, workforce development, manufacturing assistance, site selection, access to capital, accounting, cash flow management, permitting assistance, government contracting, international trade, incentive analysis, and more. Contact IVBRC today at 760-353-8330 or visit ivbrc.org to get started.
CBS News, a service of the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation. It's all here.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
When I wake up in the morning.
AM 1230.
Here we go now.
KXO.
1230 KXO.